Looks like we have an episode about Bevo. I guess he's fallen apart, which I knew. I kind of figured that that would kind of happen eventually, but I guess he's apparently based off the title, pimping out his mom on OF. So I don't know what happened there. For those who don't remember, he was the guy that when he was getting famous, he like chewed really weird because I don't think he had teeth, or if he did, they were like really damaged and messed up, and he would pretty much swallow food whole. And like you'd see him like sit there and be like, and then like, and then you would think he was like dying there because he was like swallowing a food whole. But yeah, no, he didn't, and I'm surprised honestly he hasn't choked since. So I mean, good on him there. So I guess he has that down. But let's get into
To
this.
prolong their 15 minutes of fame? Is it A, fake flexing on their viewers to generate hate comments? B, pretending to be a massive cuck for attention?
Oh, I was
Yes,
just about to say
if
he
you
was a
want good
simp.
lifestyle,
Yes.
and you don't let other people f your missus, you're missing out, and you're a
You're
slave.
missing out.
Or C, pimping out their own
F your missus. Yes, if you want a good lifestyle,
Yes.
and you don't let other people f your missus, you're missing out, and you're a
If
slave.
you don't let other people fuck your missus, you are missing out.
Missing out.
Or C,
Yeah, I know
pimping
about
out
that
their
one.
own mother on OF for a quick buck.
I don't know why I'm getting all this hate about putting my mum on you know what. I'm just trying to secure her future. I'm trying to make her some money so she hasn't got...
Trying to
do
make
her
us some
current-
money,
When
man.
it
Come
comes
on,
to
bruv.
TikTokers like Bivo, there is seemingly nothing he won't do to get views and ad revenue. However, artificially creating controversy has also opened the door for drama so intense that it's actively wreaking havoc on both his career and reputation.
You calling me a cunt
Because
for?
you're being mean and you screaming at me.
I'm not. You're pissing me off right now. I've been good to you all fucking day today. All day. I've stayed down there till 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock I've stayed down there. Because of you wanting to stay there.
Hi,
Yeah. You know, the problem is when you give random people on the internet just immediate this like success, and humiliating themselves becomes their only success tool. I just always feel like that's just a recipe for disaster. I mean, there's plenty of content creators who have this like specific niche that got them to blow up, and it's like they try to do anything else, they literally cannot. So it's like, yeah, you're making a lot of money on TikTok, but what's the consequences to that? Especially if you haven't been able to pivot.
I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we're uncovering the self-inflicted downfall of TikTok's most desperate creator, Beavo. We'll look at how one viral video brought him into the public eye,
Is it the one where-
the
yeah.
deplorable actions he took to maintain star status, and finally,
When he's
why
choking
his
on
need
food
for
probably.
attention is only going to shorten his time in the spotlight. Beavo, real name Brandon Beavers, started posting consistently on TikTok around November 2000.
Hey, he's a fellow Arsenal fan, Koig.
24, and his content at the time featured him singing popular rap songs while they played in the background. Even though the majority of his videos went unnoticed, the few videos that got significant viewership
I mean,
encouraged
he says unnoticed, but I mean, he's getting like 12K, 12K, 12, 16K, and he got 1 million there, and then he got 124K.
Beavo to continue uploading. The first of such videos was his cover of Man Don't Care by JME, which garnered over 1 million plays.
Oh, God. Oh, can you not? Yeah, I think he muted it. I guess he can't.
Beavo's rapping skills
Yep.
might not have been perfect,
Copyright.
but he seemed to be genuinely passionate about music, having released his own music on Spotify, and had been rapping since he was in his late teens.
School was very tough. I got bullied for 6 years. Goofy teeth I had, but wait, nobody cared. All I thought I would be very good.
The covers brought in
Oh,
enough
man, I was
viewers for
bumping.
Beavo to steadily grow his platform to more than 1,000 followers. But not everyone was there to support him, as many
I
of the
thought you were
people who
gonna
watched
bite me, eat an apple through a letterbox. You could.
his videos were only there to make fun of his appearance and spread hate.
Damn.
Something that
2022. Wow. That's actually crazy to think about. That it's already been that long. Dude, I feel like just time ever since it's like COVID, everything was slow, and then after that, every time is flying. So when I see like something like this, where I'm thinking, oh yeah, Bevo didn't get famous that long ago, you know, he just got famous like recently, and then I'm like looking at that, I'm like, it's been a few years.
That Bevo was seemingly used to.
Just wanted to make a quick video. Yeah, you've probably seen what I've been doing. I'm just having a laugh with TikTok. I've seen a lot of nasty
Okay, he did have teeth.
about
They were
me,
just really
and
messed up.
funny enough, I've had it throughout my school life, and it just doesn't bother me. So
See, I just always interpret his like the mouth as just like that's just a classic Englishman there. That's just how I always viewed it. I don't even know. I'm assuming he's English. He definitely sounds English. And I don't know. I just always was like, you Brits, oh, we don't have our dental care. We don't do that there. Like, I don't know. I always just assumed.
the haters can hate, and the
Haters
people
gonna
that
hate, bro.
support what I do. I guess I appreciate you. Yeah, there's jealous people out there, and they can't hack seeing other people get attention. So
That's
they
also
wanna
very
gain
true.
attention
There is a lot of
themselves
people like
by
that.
giving it to other people. So
Regardless of how people perceived him or the visible flaws they mocked him for, Bevo was still determined to keep making content on TikTok.
just carry on. I couldn't care. I don't care if I've got a white filter for my teeth. Yeah, my teeth ain't all that. I couldn't care. I'm not the best looking. I couldn't care. Do you know what I mean? I'm having fun. I'm gaining followers. I'm getting views. And if it goes somewhere, it goes somewhere. If it don't, it don't. So go ahead.
Bevo was right. His time on TikTok would go somewhere, but it was for something he never imagined would go viral. Going into 2000,
What was it? I'm sure I hope he talks about it. But what was his original content? Was it just him recording and just talking about whatever the fuck's happening, or was it like something? Because I know originally it wasn't like him eating food. That's what it became. But
23, Bevo decided to dip his toes into other methods of making content on TikTok. This change was the result of Bevo being inspired to take his TikTok account more seriously after meeting the boxer Salt Puppy in a club.
Just wanted to address this. The reason why I say big up 2023 is because back in December, I said to myself, I want to do something this year. And the backstory is I met Salt Puppy in a casino, and he just told me, find something you like and just keep uploading. So it made me think. I didn't upload straight away, but it come towards the end of December, which I started this page, channel, whatever. And yeah, I just said big up 2023, big up 2023. So
From promoting various boxing events to making music videos, Bevo really wanted to level up the content on his page and get as many followers as possible.
On the TV, keeping it real. I've got skill, ain't gonna stop till I make a cup of milk.
And while these efforts did net some
What?
follower growth,
what
Bevo
did he say? Ain't gonna stop to what?
as possible.
On the TV, keeping it real. I've got skill, ain't
I've got skill.
gonna stop till I make a cup of
Ain't gonna stop. What is it? Touring a copper mill?
milk.
And while these efforts did net some follower growth, Bevo felt he
I know
needed to grow
England had a
even
really
faster
big
and implemented
industry
more
like that.
insidious ways of gaining views. Following the success of his GoFundMe for his damaged teeth, Bevo tried to get people's attention a second time by staging a fake GoFundMe for his allegedly broken arm.
yo, everywhere I go, shouting out my name, Bivo in the scene, trying to keep it clean. Fame got
Lying to his audience for views became a staple on Bevo's TikTok page.
I never understood why creators pivot to this lying and making up bullshit. Like, it's one thing if you're like one thing I'm doing, reacting, and sometimes I talk out of my ass. Like, fair enough. But these guys, it's like their whole angle is just they have to bullshit. Like, they have to make something up because in their heads they feel like if they don't have something that's crazy, then people won't notice them or people won't view them, right? So that's why they always have this instinct just to want to continue to do something like even crazier than the last thing that blew them up, right? They're going for that next itch. And sometimes you just got to, keep to what you do, keep to your consistency, right? Be authentic. And I don't know, people will like you at the end of the day. It's like, well, they love you or you don't. And that's just how this content creation works, right?
As he claimed to be homeless just to get people's attention.
Like,
I'm here with Brandon Beavis, known as Bevo. And what's been going on?
that's I know I keep pausing. I'm trying not to. That's the that's the Invincible celebration jersey. Yeah, we were supposed to win the trophy or win the Premier League in that one, and
Too great.
didn't
Aggie.
go out
I've,
too well.
Recently become homeless. Currently in Central. I sort of on the verge of blaming TikTok. So I blew up back in January. Life was great. Quit my job. 35 million views. Living life. Renting my own room. Life was good, man. You know. Slowly fell off, which everyone does. I've realised that now. Tried going Zanti, trying to do something else out there. Didn't work. I didn't get my job out there. Come back. Live with my mum. She's come out of a divorce, and she's with her new partner, and she's decided to choose a new partner over me. So that's why I'm homeless now. Not to mention my teeth situation. I weren't looking great. Yeah, a lot's gone on, Aggie, to be honest, and I respect this man.
Unsurprisingly, Beavo later admitted the homeless bit was a bold-faced lie for the sake of increasing his viewership. He even tried to justify it by saying everyone else on TikTok was fake, so
See? You see what I mean?
why shouldn't he be the same?
Stuff on TikTok, you're washed.
Believe what? Believe what?
Brother, everything's fake on TikTok, man.
No,
everything's fake, bro. Everything's fake.
No, I wasn't about the deed with you and Aggie. You know what I mean,
Drama, bullshit.
the goodness, the goodness.
Oh, the goodness.
Yes, bro. There's a good story with you and Aggie.
No, he brought me through, innit?
Yeah, that's what I'm on about. The good story with you and Aggie.
But majority of everything you see on TikTok is fake.
Yeah, a lot. I wouldn't say. So, what would you give me an example of fake?
Like, well, it semi was fake. Well, I went homeless for one day. I went to stay with Aggie, and then I moved back in with my dad. So my mum did kick me out.
So that wasn't real?
No, I was homeless. Well, I wasn't homeless. I never was homeless.
I thought you was really homeless.
No.
As scummy as this tactic was, it got Beavo what he wanted in the short term. By October 2023, Beavo's page had garnered around 90,000 followers.
Just want to say a big thank you for getting me to 90k followers on TikTok. Big up yourselves. Listen, 100k soon. But yeah, it's been what a journey it's been. As I say, blowing up back in January, to quitting my job, to meeting amazing people. Shout out Aggie, shout out Tommy, shout out Bouncer, shout out Tyrone.
Around this time, Beavo began including a new segment on his page called Dinner with Beavo. That, as the
there
name
it
suggests,
is.
was just him eating
I was
and
waiting for
rating
this moment.
various meals. While these videos seemed ordinary on the surface, viewers began to notice a very strange detail about how Beavo ate his food. He wasn't chewing. Is it me, or he don't chew his food? Big up for zero chews. The gulp after the sprout has me galloping. A likely reason why Beavo wasn't
Big up
properly
for the
chewing his
zero
food
chews.
was due to his history of dental issues.
It's so funny.
But that didn't stop people from making fun of him for it. As more and more people began to notice how he was inhaling his homemade meals, Beavo leaned fully into the gimmick, to the point he'd almost choke.
See, like, he is chewing a little bit.
Standard Yorkshire, 7 out of 10. Potatoes. Let's get right into that. Look at that. Bang.
You see how I'm saying? How he paused? Like, it's like the moment of, like, this could be the moment of death. Swallowed, we're good.
This video immediately went viral, and it became the most popular upload on Beavo's page, with almost 30 million plays and 2 million likes. The video was so popular that the rest of the Dinner with Beavo series brought millions of views and inspired a whole article written about Beavo's unsafe eating habits. Choking hazards aside, Beavo's weird way of eating blew his page up from 90,000 followers to over 1 million by the start of 2024.
That's actually insane.
With this newfound success, Beavo finally got the chance to get his teeth fixed and move past the one thing people always mocked him for.
This is the reveal. Big up Turkey, big up UK Smiles. Listen, 5 days later, not going to keep you waiting any longer. I'm not a Mr. UK TikTok, but cheese! Look at that. You know the rules. Listen, Beavo, turkey teeth. What we saying, rate them down below. They're definitely better than a 7 out of 10. Big up the teeth.
Beavo had unknowingly struck gold with his dinner videos and achieved notoriety beyond anything he could have ever dreamed of a few months ago. Unfortunately, this type of gulp-based food content would inevitably go stale, and deep down, Beavo knew that. This forced him to rely on a more controversial style of making videos to keep the views coming in. Throughout 2024, Beavo pulled various publicity stunts in hopes of going viral a second time. He would conduct street interviews in which he would pester people with questions of whether or not TikTok was a real job, and gloat about how much he was allegedly making from the platform.
Three Musketeers, I want a quick question. Listen, what do you think of TikTok? Is it a job? Is TikTok a job? No, mate. Why? It's a joke.
So he's trying to use his platform to like pivot into journalism. Okay, I mean I get it. Like I understand, but it's like I kind of feel bad because he got labeled as this guy who just choked on food or almost choked on food. So it's going to be hard for him to make that pivot, especially where I feel like he went down on such a niche you know what I mean? People didn't take him seriously, and now he got viewed as just a joke. And look, I'm not saying he is either way. Like, it is what it is. I mean, people can pivot in their career all the time. It just depends of how successful they are at it, right? So, obviously, his pivot did not go too very well. I mean, I can kind of, like, respect him for trying. Like, at least he was like, all right, like, you know, my content went stale, so I'm going to try something different. But, you know, the TikTok... To be fair to him, like, TikTok, and I don't know if it was bad at this point, but I know TikTok in modern day 2026 is not doing too hot, at least for me. Like, TikTok's one of my worst platforms, probably my worst platform. Instagram, YouTube, Reels for like the short form content I do pretty good on. You know, I get what I should be getting, you know, for the size of my channel. But man, in TikTok, oof, it's like nothing moves. Even like I try not to always post political content. You know, I try to have such a variety of things I talk about. But I think I just got labeled probably in their system. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Like first when I was posting my videos did really well, and I would actually get like 3,000 views on something, and then it immediately dropped to like I'll get like 50, and I'm like, what? I know my content quality didn't drop off. Like I've been doing what I've been doing. So yeah, I feel like he kind of ran into like, when you're on one platform and that's your main source of revenue, it's very hard. Like my goal is to be multi-platform, and YouTube is obviously like my main channel and my main source of content. But yeah, it's very, you know, you don't want to be a one-trick pony on a platform. You want to be able to be all over the place. So just in case something happens to one, you got a few other accounts and stuff that keep you up.
Well, when I'm earning 20 grand a month,
should have done maybe YouTube or
I respect
something.
It. Have a good one. That's why I never make money, because you don't want to be on video. Excuse me, quick one, guys. Is TikTok a real job? No? Why? What, so me earning 20 grand a month? Yeah.
A real job.
Yeah, so you're going to ask him, oh, dude, is TikTok a real job? TikTok a real job? Bro, but I'm making 20 grand a month, man, because you disagree with me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, dude, you're not going to gain anybody being like, oh, yeah, dude, Bivo, you're chill. Because he's just trying to, like, gaslight people, right? You know, he's probably hoping maybe someone, like, reacts, right? And he, you know, maybe gets hit or something so he can get more views.
Be a doctor.
Doctor?
Your life on your phone.
I'm making money, bro, like you are. I have a good one. He's hating.
See, I'm making money, bro, now it's all a joke.
People was Bivo's main strategy for generating viewership, as he'd frequently boast about it during interviews.
I feel like you put stuff out there and you deliberately want people to hate you back.
It's, yeah, because with TikTok, it's very, you need to trigger people, you need to get people chatting about something, and you have to see the comments, you have to see what they chat about to play on it. With TikTok, you got...
He's not entirely wrong that you do have to, I guess, have some controversial takes for you to get some momentum. At the same time, that doesn't mean you kind of just stop being who you are and you start just putting up this facade. Like, no one really cares about it. People can read through that, dude. Like, I remember when I'm watching videos, I know when people are being authentic and not, right? Like, you could just kind of figure it out. So that's why I don't feel like you need to pivot like that. You gotta just do what you do, be yourself, make the content. And to be honest with you, you should have taken that platform of TikTok and you could have pivoted to being serious. But his thing was like, oh, no, I gotta make a joke. I gotta make something controversial so I get huge, because that's how the algorithm is. And it's like, well, no, dude, you already had the millions of followers. Yeah, they followed you because of the way you eat, but you still got them. It doesn't mean you can't do something different with that platform.
Trigger people to get your views, get your interactions. So people think like us English, we have roast dinners. You put ketchup on a roast dinner, it's like you're criminal. So I've done it.
Considering the fact that most of his dinner videos weren't cracking 1 million plays on TikTok anymore, it's no wonder why Beavo was trying to get people to hate watch his videos. However, what Beavo
it is easy
did
to get
next
big
for the
on that.
sake of virality made people pity him more than hate him. During his appearance on the Whatever podcast with his new girlfriend, Sophia Isabella, Beavo openly bragged about how much of a he was.
So what does that look like for you
Dude,
guys since you're in an open relationship?
Just galore.
Sharing friends.
She brings me friends, I'll bring her friends, parties.
You bring her male friends?
Yeah.
Wait, so your male friends will...
Yeah.
What's the term? Shag?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah,
shag
a lot
to
of
shag?
in. Yeah, just love it.
Okay.
You can never pay me any dollar to degrade myself like that. You're not only degrading yourself, but you're degrading your missus. You're degrading your partner there, and it's like, do you really? Like, and I get it. These two don't see it. Like, at the time especially, he's like, oh, I'm making the money, bruv. I'm rolling in the cash, bruv. I'm on TikTok, bruv. I'm famous, bruv. I got 1 million followers, bruv. And it's like, dude, at some point, you gotta, like, stop humiliating yourself. Like, I don't understand how there's nothing in his head that's like, man, maybe this isn't a good thing. Like, have we just lost... Has getting big now on TikTok, meaning that you've had to just throw out all value, is getting big on social media now where you just got to completely abandon anything that makes sense anymore? Like, no one in their right mind would let your fucking girlfriend getting shagged by all your fucking buddies. Like, what is wrong with you, bro? No, that's not normal, and that ain't cool, and that ain't no flex. Sorry. That's just weird. Like, if you're gonna do that shit, like, honestly, you shouldn't be a famous guy. But the problem is, you wouldn't be able to pull if you weren't famous, right? So I'm assuming that's kind of where he's at. That's probably why he has this mentality, because he's like, he never had anybody beforehand. He probably didn't date much, and because of all of that combined together. Now, obviously, just for a disclaimer, I personally don't know his life, but any man who allows this to happen in a relationship, it's just, you can kind of read the line somewhere. Like, some of this shit, you can kind of just go, yeah, he probably didn't do well. And now because he's all famous and he's pulling these girls that he thinks in his head that are valued so much higher than him, that he has to allow them to do this degenerate shit. Like, it makes no... I don't know. You can never pay me to do that at all.
Have you always been into like this open dynamic?
Not really, no, until I met this slag here and the whole new world opened up, you know. So yeah, it's been amazing. It's been the best 3 months of my life. So.
But you guys are in a relationship yourselves, like a romantic relationship
Yes, but
between each other.
Yeah, openly we sleep with other people as well.
When the hosts questioned Beavo's unusual stance on relationships, he justified it by saying at least he was making money off OF. As if humiliating himself live wasn't bad enough, Beavo believed he was super...
That's never, like, money, guys. Like, at the end of the day, you'll make money, you lose money, but you ain't gonna take it to the afterlife, right? So it ain't the biggest flex in the world. Like, you can be rich, but it's like, how did you get that money? Not all money comes clean.
Superior to people working a 9-to-5 because he was making more money by pimping out his girlfriend. He'd even go as far as describing regular workers as slaves.
Listen, if you have a 9 till 5, I'm not disrespecting, but I am financially free. I can buy what I want. I can do what I want. When I was working a job for probably conversion to dollars per about $600 a week, I was spent 12 hours a day working. I would go home, have a shower, eat my dinner, go to bed, go back to work 6 days a week. That is a slave to someone else, your boss. That is a slave.
That's not enslavement.
It is. It's a slavery.
I wouldn't go that far and say working for your employer is slave. Now, do I understand the mentality behind it? Like, yeah, what he's kind of saying is like you're working a 9-to-5 and that's what you're doing your whole life, right? You wake up, you go to work, you work your 8-hour day, then you clock off, maybe you go to the gym, eat some food, go on a date, don't go on a date, go home, watch movies, and then that's the night, right? Like, that's kind of what he's saying. It's like that repeating cycle. It's like, oh man, then you're going to blink and you're 40 and you're 50, and it's like, well, what did you do in your life, right? So that's where I can kind of grasp the idea on where he's coming from. But no, dude, I'll never use the term working for an employer as a slave, because there's a lot of personal, like, if I didn't work for some of the jobs I worked for, I wouldn't have just sometimes confidence in myself, like knowing that I worked in some of these environments that were professional, and they kind of prepared me for the real world in a lot of ways, and it prepared me how to interact with people differently, because I was always a talker. I can always, rant to myself like I am now, but I had to kind of figure it out a little bit in a professional setting, what to do, what not to do. I was an intern, right? I'm at the bottom of the totem pole. So, like, I knew where my place was. So, no, I would never, no, it gave me grit. It gave me perspective on what I want to do in my life. And that's why when I look at YouTube and I get where he's coming from, right? Like, when you do things like YouTube, content creation, yes, there's that potential possibility that you could be one of the big ones and you make it huge in the world, and you'll be able to just literally sit every day, record YouTube videos, and that's it. And look, obviously, I'm not going to kid you guys. Who the hell, like, I would want to be there. That's when I'm trying to do this. Like, I'm looking for work. I'm trying to figure out my life. That's the stage where I'm in, and it's a tough position right now, just like many Americans are dealing with, and obviously British as well. So I get it where he's like, I don't want to be a slave to an employer. And obviously, like, I wouldn't go that drastic with it, right? There's plenty of benefits. You meet great people sometimes. Sometimes you meet your best friends with some of the jobs you worked at. Like, I remember some of my closest buddies I met ended up being through work, because, you just end up, you're like, oh, man, I need a work best friend. And then you just kind of, like, start talking. You're like, dude, you're kind of chill. Let's go to the bar. Like, you want to hang out? You want to, like, do stuff? Like, you're kind of just become friends with some of these people. No, that's not true for everybody. I understand just going to work, being like, I'm done, and then you get, grab your shit and you leave. But I don't know. I wouldn't call it slavery. Come on, man. Like, we all got to work and make money in the world, right? That's just how life is.
No, it's not
If I can get my out and make money, I will.
This singular podcast appearance illustrated the core of Bivo's approach to making content. He's willing to say or do anything if it means he can make a quick buck. When people rightfully clowned on him for being a cuck, Bivo desperately tried to walk back his statements and played it off as a joke between him and the hosts.
It ain't no joke, bud.
Beavo here. I just wanted to come on here and basically clear up this whole whatever podcast. I didn't expect to get this much stick. I was basically told what to say, basically for their financial gain, which has made me look a complete mug on the internet now. So I'm just going to do a deep dive. So we get to whatever podcast. I wasn't supposed to be on there. The girls sit down. I finally come in. Brian comes up to me and says, look, we need to spice some things up. Basically say that you two are in an open relationship, and basically she sees other guys and you see other girls. And me being me, thinking, oh yeah, cool, it's clips. Like, yeah, why not? Let's run with it. So yeah, I've done that.
I don't know why I don't believe this.
I'm trying to keep this short because I can spend 10 minutes talking about this. So.
Thankfully, Beaver only spent 5 minutes ranting about it. In that time, he cycled between complaining about the hate thrown his way, convincing people he was in a normal relationship, and accusing the Whatever podcast of using him for financial gain.
I feel violated, I'm not going to lie, because it feels like, from me, I look like a devalued man. Again, my grandparents...
Literally what I was saying. Literally what I was talking about.
Parents come from a Christian
exactly
household.
what it
My
looked
dad
like.
phoned at me for this whole podcast. Family members have seen this podcast, and yeah, again, I've watched it back and it doesn't look good, which is annoying. But again, what can you do? I got told what to say, and me, being the nice Beaver I am, I've just run with it and made myself look like a complete mug.
As you'd imagine, no one believed Beavo's story. Real talk, there is no way he told you to say that. You just lost your head.
Yeah,
The
I
fact
agree.
that Beavo was openly playing into the cuck persona only a week prior completely destroys whatever excuses he presented to viewers.
Your bird's gonna see Jason love Babe. You're not going here?
Yeah, I tell you.
What?
It's not just Jason love, it's Johnny Sins as well.
Oh no. No. Drop me out of the back at S6. No.
When using the cuck controversy failed to make him go viral, Beavo moved on to pretending he'd gone broke and had fallen
I
off
remember
in
this
hopes
one,
of
yeah.
getting people to talk
I remember
about
the
him
last
again.
one too.
What's up, you guys? This is Beavo here. I just wanted to do another updated video.
on the current overdraft. Yeah, big up to everyone that's...
Yo, bruv, big up, man. Big up, bruv. I'm broke as shit, bruv. Can you guys donate to me, bruv? Because I'm big broke, bruv. That's all I'm hearing.
basically gifted a penny, a pound, a fiver, 10p, 20p, all the pennies count. You know the rules. Yeah, it's tough times.
I swear I
I'm
didn't
gonna
watch
go
this
down
ahead
the,
of time. I
pawn
really
brokers
didn't.
today to
I tried. I don't
basically
even
pull
do
in
that.
The chain and the watch.
I should though. Maybe I'll become more
I
prepared.
might even sell my Burberry on Vinted. So if you want me to make a Vinted, let me know.
I like to give you
down
guys
below.
the natural
But
reaction,
yeah,
you know.
It's been tough. It's been tough. Me and Sophia have been arguing. Yeah, the fall off is real, guys. You wanted it. It's happened. I'm not enjoying it. I'm not gonna lie, but it is what it is. Beavo's broke. Beavo's here. Beavo's there. Beavo's broke everywhere. But yeah.
Just like before, everyone knew Bivo was lying through his teeth for attention and trolled him in the comments. When trying to trick people into giving him views didn't work, Bivo switched his strategy to tricking them into giving him money instead. On the 25th of April 2025, Bivo announced the pre-sale of a meme coin in his name, and shamelessly tried to get as many...
They all at one time. Everyone, I feel like every like scam, I don't want to say scam artist, but whatever big influencer at the time, like if they desperately need a cash, they do a rug pull on crypto. It's like this 101 of, I guess, being an influencer.
People in his audience to buy it.
I'm sick and tired of being a meme. Listen, I'm going to own it.
I'm a meme coin.
Beavo coin of the 8 unofficial tokens that have been released. I have finally got my own coin. Beavo coin is now on pre-sale. You know the rules. After being abandoned in Mexico, me and Thomas, Mr. Tom Burgee, came up with an idea to make Beavo coin. And this is going to pump harder than a spicy challenge with 9 Colombian birds.
Naturally, people saw Bivo coin as nothing more than a rug pull waiting to happen, and
100%.
called him out for it. Bivo responded by shaming people for using what he thought was an overused term. How on earth did he think people would see that as a good investment? Well, he didn't. Bivo expected people to put money in the coin solely for the fact that he was once a popular meme. In an effort to sweeten the deal, Bivo offered fans the chance to have dinner with him if they invested into the coin.
Yes, guys, I have a huge announcement on Beavo coin. It is called Dinner Club. People who are millionaires in my coin, Beavo coin, can join an exclusive club called Dinner Club to basically exclusively have dinner with myself, Bivo, on a one-to-one basis.
So it's kind of like Logan Paul using the Charizard card and then using that one Pikachu card that's in Japanese that went huge. So yeah, just like, bro, who would want to eat dinner or watch you choke on food? Like, is that, I can go scroll your TikTok for that, you know what I mean?
Or if you don't have 1 million coins to spend on a one-to-one dinner with myself, you can spend 250,000 coins to get a personalized cameo by myself. Also, to put it out there, every token that has been spent either on cameos or dinner club requests will get burned, which will make the coin more valuable.
When the coin finally
Okay,
launched,
so pretty much it's like when you're going to that point, because he said burned, right? I'm assuming that means he's going to be the coins are gone, so then therefore whatever whales are left in there, get rid of the supply, value goes up.
Bivo wasted no time in bragging about the coin and promoting it to more people.
What's up, guys? This is Beavo. I just want to say thank you so much. We have raised 13,500 USD on the Beavo coin. We've had an amazing response from everyone in the crypto community.
What do you do,
say,
like, with that
sure
coin?
Make sure to go look, get over to the website, and yeah.
Okay, just other than rug pulling, like,
big
what
up
do you
the memes,
do?
big
What's
up
the
Beavo
purpose
coin,
of it?
And yeah, hopefully it's going to be a sick little project, and yeah, let's just have some fun and invest in Bivo.
Anyone who dared to put their money in Bivo coin after launch were almost guaranteed to lose their money, as the price of the coin went up briefly and immediately cratered in value.
All the
Bivo
whales
knew this
sold.
would happen and still promoted the coin anyway. This proved just how little he cared about his audience or his image. To Bivo, nothing was off the table when it came to making money from his platform. If he had to lie on camera for views, promote fake rug pulls or drum up some fake controversy, Bivo was more than ready to do so. Sadly, taking advantage of his audience was only the beginning for Bivo, as he'd gladly do the same to the people closest to him. By the 8th of August 2025, Bivo and his now ex-girlfriend Sophia would have a very public and toxic breakup. It started with Sophia sharing a very heated argument between the two on her Instagram story.
You calling me a cunt
Because you're being mean and you screaming at me.
I'm not! I'm not! You're pissing me off right now. I've been good to you all fucking day today. All day. I've stayed down there till 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock I've stayed down there because of you wanting to stay there. I went, no worries, we're going to come back, we're going to watch Love Island, we're going to have a nice cup of tea, and then as soon as you get in, you've been a meanie. No, I haven't. I've done nothing wrong. No, fuck off. Fuck off. No, I'm actually really pissed off, do you know that? I'm really fucking pissed off. I've done nothing wrong to you tonight. Nothing. And that's what's hurting me. Nothing wrong, I've done nothing.
She followed this up by claiming—
Imagine like going to bed and he's just like, I'm pissed, I'm ranting, and then he just like wakes up and just like millions of people viewed her story of him bitching before bed. Man, must have been a rough morning.
She has thousands of videos of Bivo being abusive and alluded to allegations of assault. Reading, I've got about 1,000 videos of his abusive behavior. People need to be aware of the kind of person this man is. In a follow-up post, Sophia explained why she was coming out with the allegations now. Reading, the only reason I came to social media was because of this morning I am kicked out half-dressed, and when I told him it's not right what he has done, he said he's going to ruin my life, expose me, and leak private videos. Bivo responded with his own Instagram story, but didn't directly counter any of the accusations. Instead, he complained about how much of a shock the entire situation was for—
I'm actually in bits. I've done so much for this girl that clearly has an addiction, and her throwing around names has actually broken me. I still can't process anything. My head is a mess. I just couldn't handle her anymore. And as I've walked away, she's trying to shit on my name. I've let her get away with so much, but not this.
Reading, I've done so much for this girl that clearly has an addiction, and her throwing around names has actually broken me. I just couldn't handle her anymore. And as I've walked away, she's trying to shit on my name. I've let her get away with so much, but not this. Posting on their stories was only the beginning, as Sophia further clarified the allegations on a call with the creator HS Tiki Toki.
Who is Beavo?
Where has this guy been? I feel like I haven't seen him in like a minute. Did he fall off? I have to check. Maybe he's got one of these videos as well on him.
At the end of the day, like, if you're going to go on about consent and go on about girls so much and respecting women, then actually respect them.
Alright, so can I just ask you, yeah?
Saying like you're happy with your girlfriend if you're not happy with her actually doing porn.
Alright, so what are the allegations? Has he you know argued you?
If you count.
So you're telling me you said no and Bevo still stuck his wood in?
You can't say no if you're a slave.
You can't say no, you're a slave. I don't. So, because obviously that's her.
Wait, asleep?
Oh, he say asleep. I thought she said slave.
Oh, and Bevo still stuck his wood in.
You can't say no if you're a slave.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, a slave. And now he thinks he's the top bollocks and thinks no one's going to touch him because, like he said to me, what, I deserve it. Yeah, you deserve it, apparently.
Not long after Sophia got off the call, Bivo came on to—
Dude, I don't know what, bro. Like, I just got no words. You're just not a good person, man. You're just a weirdo. You probably should get, if all this is true, if that is true, like I said, I don't really know what, if he went to court or if she sued him or whatever. If that is true, that's fucked up. Man should definitely get put away for that.
to explain his side of the story.
She's a massive lunatic and people believe in her. You do understand this. I've stuck by this girl for so fucking long, letting her get away with fucking mischief. And I finally had enough. I've got everything that happened today. That she said she's going to tell everyone that I've done this, done everyone, I've done that. And everyone's fucking believing it.
Alright, let me call you back in 30 seconds. I'm just going to play this video.
Go on. Yeah.
Right, and I'll go
Good.
Wait, was that fucking, what was that?
Yeah.
Right, and I'll go Good.
Alright, mate, that's just her doing loons.
Yeah.
Right, and I'll go Good.
Whether or not any of these allegations
Right, and I'll go Good.
I can't. It's like inaudible. I really can't even understand it.
Whether or not any of these allegations were true remains unproven. However, Beavo still maintains his innocence and refuses to address the accusations any further.
Talking on the matter because it is just a load of shit. It is just bollocks, and someone clearly just wants to take my career down because I wanted to leave her. But that's down again. I don't want to mention it. Like, it's calm. I'm carrying on as normal.
Like the only, I guess, for Bevo, it's like this is the, I guess, the one reason why, like, if she is lying, right? That's the one reason why, like, you should know who you're talking to before, you do the dirty deed. Like, honestly, you gotta. A lot of people don't vet out their partners or anything. They just go right into it. And that's sometimes the issue, because you think with the second noggin, and then you go in there and you're not thinking with the brain. So sometimes you got to be smarter, man. And also, but if you're doing that and anything she said is true, brother, man, you should have the law looked after you, buddy. Like, I mean, the law should go after you if all that is true.
Again, I didn't do anything, so it's calm, innit? No,
Like, that's a crazy accusation to make, right?
Week.
With his girlfriend gone, Beavo needed someone else to help him make money off adult content. Sadly, the person he chose was far from an appropriate option. By the 14th of November 2025, Beavo made a post on Instagram announcing the launch of his mother's OF. People might think I'm crazy putting my mum on spicy, but doing what I need to secure her future is the right move, and I stand by it. People were understandably disgusted by how easily he could put explicit content of his own mother on social media for money, but Beavo thought it was worth it and desperately defended the decision.
I don't know why I'm getting all this hate about putting my mum on you know what. I'm just trying to secure her future. I'm trying to make her some money so she hasn't got do her current job. I'm not going to say what job, but I don't want her doing her current job. I don't want her having a male boss. I want to look after my mum. And listen, people has their views on HS, but the one thing I'll always say about HS, he looked after his mum, and I respect that and love that. So listen.
Thankfully, someone in Beavo's family recognized how bizarre this was and pushed back against it.
I'm disowned. What? My sister's disowned me.
Yeah, you've been disowned, and so is that woman that's decided to do that. It doesn't just affect. Oh, stop!
What?
You can't go on OnlyFans.
Of course she can. She wants to make a bit of money, Minnie. What's the matter with that?
That's just soulless right there, buddy. Selling your own mom out just for some quick buck, and you don't even see it, and you don't even see the pain you're causing your sister. Just not right. It's not right. That's why that, like, people don't understand. It's like, once you do it, and it's more on the young girls don't really understand. It's like, you got girls, when the second they turn 18, they create these OF accounts, and it's like, you got a whole life to live. And a lot of these girls, what they don't understand is that their content is just going to get stolen and published on bullshit websites anyway. So it's like, a lot of them will never make that money, and then they just kind of ruin their lives for nothing, thinking that they could be the one girl that makes $50 million a month or a year, whatever these fucking girls make, because it is fucking crazy amount of money.
What do you mean she wants to make a bit of money? If she can make money elsewhere, she has a job she don't need to get.
Yeah, what? £5 an hour?
What makes this even more sad is how Beavo thought 4K was worthwhile compensation for pimping out his mother.
My mum's made 4 bags. 4 bags in 3 days. Four bags in 3 days, chat. You've all been finessed.
So I was just because I wanted to look into it, right? As of right now, what I'm looking into is that I haven't seen any sources. I believe Bevo hasn't faced any legal trouble about that allegation. Because I was like, we're looking into it, and I was like, well, I don't know if it's true or not. All right, so I did some digging in here, and I guess I'll move it here. Let me see if you guys can see it. Yeah, you should be able to. So, yeah, okay, you guys can see that. So let's see. In February, is it on? Word. In February 2024, a major scandal erupted when Sydney Bevo's then partner accused him of cheating during a night out with fellow TikToker Shanae. The incident was captured on Sydney's stream, showing Bevo's engaging flirtatious and physically close behavior. In response, Bevo released an apology video, but drew backlash for blaming, Shanae, for insinuating the interaction and dismissing Sydney's emotional pain and ovaries. Sydney later confirmed that the incident was not isolated. Sydney later confirmed that the incident was not, revealing the partner unfaithfulness, stating that she had forgiven him before deciding to move on. The controversy deepened in mid-24 when allegations from Sophie, another former partner, who claimed that the relationship was open. So that was the girl we were talking for, was Sophie, was open, and Bevo had engaged in inappropriate behavior with others, including a woman she referred to as her 6-year-old friend. These claims were amplified by a podcast appearance where Bevo denied cheating, but fans were questioned the authenticity of his emotional response. A Reddit thread gained traction where users dissecting past streams content for signs of manipulation. Yeah, dude, the Reddit finders, man, they'll find everything about you. Further scrutiny emerged in July 24 when users began to investigate Bevo's involvement in the crypto scam. There it is. Allegations suggest that he had another individual, Tom Bruschetti, may have participated in a rug pull by securing around 60% of the coin supply, distributing it to multiple wallets, potentially to dump on investors. Although Bevo never directly addressed the claims, the silence fueled speculation and the theory spread rapidly across TikTok and YouTube. In 24, Bevo began posting more personal, vulnerable content, including admitting that he was facing eviction and struggling financially. This led to widespread disillusionment among fans who had previously connected with his authentic persona, raising concerns about emotional performance, content, and monetization. His content shifted to food-focused videos. We knew about that. By August 25, Bevo's online presence had become fragmented. He remained active, but in diminished capacity, with his audience split between loyal followers and those delusioned by his repeated controversy. Despite no former deplatforming, he widely is seen as a brand limbo, with sponsors hesitant to collaborate due to his controversial reputation. So I said no. I was wondering if she pressed charge and said no, there's no evidence that Sydney pressed charges against Beavo for the emotional. But it said emotional misconduct. So hold on. I'm asking if he did, because they said I haven't read it. I haven't read that he's been accused. I haven't read that he's. I was about to say he hasn't been accused. No, he has been accused. What I haven't read is that if she's been, if she went to legal charges, and it says serious allegations of rape were made against Bivo, but no legal charges have been confirmed. On September 25, Bivo's then partner Sydney made allegations during a live stream with TikTokers HS, stating, "If you count non-consensual sex, then yes, you can. You can't say if you're asleep. You can't say no if you're asleep." And that was the quote we heard from her. This amplified that she was raped unconscious. The claim sparked widespread online discussions, with many supporting her claim and calling the act indefensible. Bevo initially responded dismissively, calling the allegations a load of B and suggesting that someone was trying to ruin his career. His nonchalantness tone drew further criticism. Despite severity of the claims, there is no public record of confirmation that Sydney filed a police report or pressed legal charges. That matter remained confined to social media and online discourse. Bevo continued posting content. So yeah, looks like there's been no legal, no nothing from that. So I don't really, be honest with you, if that's true, it's wrong. Like if he did that, and I feel like that's all I really have to. I mean, I don't really at this point. There's no legal charges, so not very much to go off of. But I wanted to kind of clear the air on that. So yeah, I don't really know kind of how they react from that. Like it's when it becomes this social media. I hate when crap like that just becomes social media, because if he do it, she should press charges to put a guy like that away, because we don't want to diminish the value of those accusations, right? Like if that is an accusation, that should be taken seriously. And I really hope it's not a case where that's just a random thing she said. And it doesn't seem like it, but it does get a little suspicious when there's no charges. Because why would you just want to move on for that? Wouldn't you want to go after that if it is true? But I don't really know. I mean, I kind of know how the evidence would work, but I don't know how it would work in this case. Like assuming if she would have to have, like, I guess, evidence, right, to show that it happened somehow, that it happened. But if she's unconscious, how does she? Especially if she didn't get any testing done like that day it happened, like it's kind of hard.
For this quick cheeky refresh.
Whether or not Beavo knew it, 2025 marked the year he had officially been consumed by his own greed. Not only was he promoting gambling sites on every other post on his page,
Beavo, Lonica Airport, you know the rules. I've just paid for my flight to Georgia. I don't like paying for stuff, you know the rules. That's how I've got the diamond chain. We're gonna make it back on Rainbet Blackjack. Here we go.
But he had also gone back to promoting meme coins, even after he rug pulled his own audience.
You all laughed at me, but who's laughing now? The coin White Rock I called a couple of days ago has gone up 100%. And for all yous in the comments saying I don't know what I'm doing, listen, I might not know what I'm doing, but I'm making money, and that's all I care about. So to get me to Dubai, baby.
When you add in the fact that Beavo wasn't making as much money from TikTok anymore, his shameless promotions and greedy cash grabs start to make more sense.
Coming on here, a little chat. Basically, I've stopped doing TikTok videos because they're not paying me enough. TikTok, you got to sort out the creator funds, because no creators getting paid big anymore. I'm on Facebook, they're paying a lot better. So if you want to go watch my dinner videos, they're all on Facebook. Also, today's the first day I'm doing 30 days of dinner with Beavo. I'm going to be recording every dinner, start to finish, on YouTube. So I might drop.
Oh my God! You can just watch him eat.
And then be a day behind, so you can see the day's dinner, so I can edit and so on. So the first episode of that will be tomorrow at 6. So make sure to be there. Beavo. I don't know. No one can find my bloody YouTube. It really annoys me. YouTube sort it out. But yeah.
Despite trying to maximize his profits on social media through the most disingenuous means possible, Beavo still thought of himself as the misunderstood creator that everyone hated for no good reason.
Is Beavo misunderstood? A lot of people ask this question, and do you know what? I am very misunderstood. I feel like I do what I do for content. I have to do the fake flexing, this and that, to get views. And views pay my wage, and I need a wage to live. So listen, what you see online is a character. You go on EastEnders. Phil Mitchell ain't a hard man in real life. He's a softie, but he plays a hard man.
I understand what he's saying. He's like, every time I record, I'm playing an act. And there's a lot of your favorite content creators who do that. So he's not wrong about that. I just don't. I just wouldn't. I guess, like, I just don't want to sell out my values at the end of the day. Like, I just look. This is. I don't want to sell out who I am because I have to. I'm so focused on making bread. Like, come on, man. Like, have a little bit of principle now.
And I love filming.
Like, I get playing the act. I get it. Because even, I guess, to an extent, I try to, like, I guess, add some extra detail, add some things that I maybe, like, you know, if I was, like, telling my buddies, like, I do try, like, in my head, I try to, like, be real, and, like, when I'm doing this, to tell, like, this how I would talk to my buddies, and, like, oh, well, dude, this is what's going on, this is what I'm thinking, blah, blah, blah. Like, there's not really, it's not much to it in that sense, but I wouldn't say it's an act. Like, it's still, this is all me at the end of the day. So that's where it's like, dude, like, you're still you. You're the way you're acting, the way you're doing. Maybe when you're off camera, you're not, like, you know, you're more, like, quiet. You're doing your own thing. Like, you know, you're not really prioritizing having the thinking, oh, I'm on camera, I have to do something. But, dude, come on. You can't say everything's an act. Like, come on, buddy. That's just you pivoting. It's just, what's the new pivot that you're going to do?
Big up Steve McFadden. But Beavo is a character. Beavo gets views and Beavo pays my wage. I am Brandon.
This is me. I'm a normal guy. And which people, I get annoyed because I get judged so quickly. And I'm like, cool, like that ain't me. And
the one thing that Bevo failed to recognize about being an influencer is having the goodwill and trust of your audience far outweighs the short-term profits. Remember, Bevo went viral off being a meme and people making fun of him. That type of virality rarely has any real longevity, especially when fans don't resonate with a creator on a personal level. Bevo has to find something that can organically keep viewers coming back, or it'll only be a matter of time before he fades into obscurity. However, if he continues to rely on controversy to drive viewership, he might end up biting off more than he can chew.
Yeah, he's 100% right. At the end of the day, your goal when you do anything with content creation should just be what you want to do. What you want to do, what makes you happy. Yeah, do I tend to look at what my likes are, what my dislikes are, and like kind of see where my audience and where people who are viewing my content are kind of interested in? Yeah, like I try to find engaging like, oh, okay, what's kind of happening, what's going on in the media, what's going on in the world. I want to have like an authenticity with my fans. I want to people who watch what I do, like I don't have any fans, right? Like I'm just a normal guy making YouTube videos in my parents' basement, for crying out loud, right? So, but I don't know, like there's a level of authenticity of just kind of like I've been able to have great conversations with people that I probably never would have met in the real world, you know, just how life goes. But because of this and me just posting a video and talking and having an opinion, I've actually had some great conversations, and I kind of felt like I've met people. Like, you know, I try to remember the names and the gamer tags and all that stuff of people I've run into, just because it's like, I don't know, like I remember these people who've been here early and who've been supporting my channel, and you know, I always like to hear from them to make sure they're doing good. So yeah, I agree that you want to do. It's more fun having when you actually have connection to the people who are watching your channel, when you're like, you know, you feel like you know them a little bit, because you know you don't know what can happen in the future. So finding like something with your audience and your people is always good. I don't know, like you don't want to sacrifice what you believe in just for the sake of a quick buck, because in the long run it ain't gonna worth it. You know, if it doesn't pan out, then you messed up, right? So, yeah, Bevo's in a really interesting situation. I don't know if he personally would be able to pivot. I don't know what he would pivot to, especially after being labeled a meme. I don't know. Maybe he can. I don't know. I'm not trying to say he should do maybe a real job, but I know he doesn't want to work for slave labor, as he said earlier. So, yeah, he doesn't have a lot of life to figure out. So if you guys like this content, you want to see more of it, like, comment, subscribe for more. I always appreciate the support, the comments, and everything everyone's saying. I try to keep up with it. I try to read it, and I do try to respond. I'm not always good at it, but I do try to keep up with it. So I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this long. If you have a good rest of your day. I got plenty of other videos on my channel if you guys haven't seen it, so please take a tune to any of those. I do try to offer a wide variety of just content. So, all right. Yeah, I think that's about it for the monologue. So, all right, guys. Peace out. Be safe.